All right, having looked at the what to teach, the how to teach, and who will do the teaching, the next thing is whom will we teach? That's the question. So in the sequence of this, whom will we teach? Whom are we doing all this for? And that obviously is the student. And so, under the Islamic perspective of education, the students also have a certain role to play, and they also have to meet certain conditions. So let's take a look at what the student can do or not do under the Islamic perspective. A student should think that his or her teacher is the spiritual mother, father, and show respect to him and her at all times. Just like Islam tells the teacher that you are in place of the mother or father, it also tells the students that a teacher is your spiritual mother or father. And when mother and father are attached to anything, it automatically becomes respectful, and therefore a student needs to show a teacher respect at all times. Today, understanding that this is the 21st century, respect is not coming for free to anyone. You have to earn respect. You have to give respect in order to get respect. Times have changed, but that doesn't mean that the student should not be respectful to the teacher. The student should, but the teacher also in turn should show respect to the student and earn the student's respect at all times. Respect is critical. Respect is important because it does away with a lot of other elements in the classroom if respect wasn't there. The student can't be rude, the student can't be insolent, the student can't stand up and do his or her own thing. The student has to follow directions, the student has to be obedient, the student has to understand that the teacher is in control in the classroom. It is not the student who controls happenings in the classroom. A student has the right of getting advice. What this tells us, and this is the Islamic perspective telling us that. So imagine how many years ago Islamic philosophers understood that teaching was more than just transferring knowledge. Teaching was about changing a life, and because lives were changed, advising was a critical element of education. Advising students, telling them what is right and not right, guiding them, telling them how they can frame a better future for themselves. When a student is in trouble, it is not the opportunity or the chance for the teacher to punish the child. It's an opportunity to advise the child. It's an opportunity to help the child learn from the error or mistake that he or she made. If teachers can provide that kind of advising to students, it will be critical in the 21st century. Now, advising does not mean making decisions for the student. Advising means guiding the student in order for him or her to make the decision for himself or herself. Telling a student, do this, is not advising. It does not help. Young people need to learn how to make decisions for themselves. We as adults have made incorrect, not right decisions at times, and we've lived through the consequences. Young people need to learn the same thing. How do you make the right decision for yourself? And it is okay not to succeed the first time you try to make a decision for yourself, but then to learn from the process. So teachers need to help students in different ways through advising beyond just developing the intellectual abilities. Problems at home, issues with friends, whatever it may be, a student is much more open with a teacher than he is with his or her parents at home. He or she should be an active participant in the classroom. which means that the student needs to be involved. The student should be doing most of the talking in the classroom. Unfortunately, in our circumstances, the teacher does most of the talking in the classroom. When the teacher is doing most of the talking in the classroom, the student is not actively participating. When the student is not actively participating, learning is not maximum or optimal. It is the duty of every man and woman to get education. And therefore, whether you are a man or a woman, a boy or a girl, a male or a female, you need to get education. According to the Islamic perspective, both genders have an equal right and opportunity to a good quality education.